Okay, with Season 3 in full effect, there are even more ways to get geared up very quickly, pushing your gear easily over 710 plus if you follow our previous guides as well as this final gearing video to highlight some endgame progression. If you're looking for a nice starter guide to the expansion, definitely check out this video we have on screen, but let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into the new stuff. All right, let's be real. Most of us gamers either don't have time to cook or we just end up living off fast food and snacks. Listen, I've been there. Between trying to hit the gym, creating content, and then wanting to jump right back into gaming, cooking sometimes feels impossible. It's expensive, it's very time consuming, there's dishes. That's why Factor for me has been such a lifesaver. It's literally 2 minutes in the microwave and I've got a real, healthy meal that actually fuels me up without slowing me down. If you think about it, it's basically fast food, except it's actually good for you. It's high protein, it's balanced, no junk. Instead of wasting 30 minutes cooking, I hit 2 minutes and I'm back at my PC ready to game. In Factor, they also just expanded their menu to over 80 different options a week with seafood options, high protein picks, even global cuisine. So there's always something new to try. And even if you want, you could swap the proteins to customize it how you want. I mean, check this out. Red pepper chicken pasta. Yo, that is crazy, dude. Plus, they give me a smoothie. Oh my god. Seriously, as a gamer and someone who works most of my day, Factor is a game changer. It's quick, it's affordable, it's healthy, and it tastes great. Head on over to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code CBKFB50 to get 50% off plus free breakfast for a year. That's code CBKFB50 at factor75.com. Huge thanks to Factor for sponsoring today's video. I'm done wasting time. I gotta get back to this meal. This is absolutely insane. Wow. Okay, first up, one of the fastest and easiest ways to get a big power spike in Season 3 is by simply completing the story mode quest for Mana Forge Omega. This quest line becomes available once you finish the War Within campaign, so right outside of the raid, you will pick up a quest that asks you to kill Dimensius the All-Devouring. The good news is you can do this on any difficulty, but the easiest way by far is to just talk to this NPC outside of the raid and enter it in a story mode variant. This lets you solo the last boss with a group of AI to just get an understanding of the story going on. Your reward will then be an enchanted runed Harbinger crest. And now, normally, runed crests are locked behind, Mythic Plus 7 keys, higher tier delves and stuff, so getting one quickly and completely free is definitely a head start. So from here, all you have to do is go to the crafting section in Dornogal, combine this with the spark to boost it up to 704. Now don't worry, this can be boosted up and recrafted to 720 gilded item level once you get enough gilded crests. So no matter which route you take, this quest can save you some time in grinding and get you that hero track conversion much faster. Now let's talk about the single biggest power spikes you can get this season, which are your crafted 720 spark gear and key best in slot pieces. Now a quick little tip is, if you don't play World of Warcraft that much, do not ever spend your gilded crest. Just simply save them to funnel directly into your spark gear. Getting instant best in slot 720 gear is absolutely ridiculous, and these are a must when it comes to prioritizing early on. The good news is that in Season 3, getting Gilded Crest consistently is way easier than it used to be. Now, first up, when it comes to dungeons in Mythic Plus, these start dropping at a Mythic Plus 7. Now, clearing these Plus 7s give you 10 Gilded Crest per run, which is a great starting point if you still are, building gear and want something very easy and trivial to complete. Now, once you're comfortable timing these Plus 7s, you can step it up to now Plus 10 Mythic Plus dungeons, because these 10s will now give you 16 Gilded Crest per run, and also fill your Great Vault with guaranteed myth track loot, which of course, this is the highest track in the entire game, which can lead to best in slot items, which is very, very critical. Now, if you're looking for the most efficient way to farm crest possible for your time, the general idea is to push into plus 12 keys, as these drop a whopping 20 Gilded Crest per clear, and if you can get into an easy dungeon such as Ecodome Aldani or Tazavesh Gambit, they honestly aren't as hard as you'd think to clear. Of course, there's some difficulty check here, absolutely, but these are the easier dungeons to complete, and if you could start getting 20 of these guilds a run, your item level is going to shoot up very, very quickly. Now, if you also want a completely different path to gearing, or don't want to deal with the timed pressure of Mythic Plus, once a week, you have the Tazavesh Hardmode. That is going to be your answer. This is the mega dungeon, a weekly lockout on hard mode. If you clear it, you get a total of 30 gilded crest in one single run, a myth vault item in your great vault, and more. That means you could do this plus your delves every single week for a total of 60 gilded crest, which is a great option for getting away from Mythic Plus if you don't want to, stress about all that nonsense. You can simply just take these crests, buy your enchanted gilded crest every single week for your spark, and make your 720 pieces. Also, if you manage to do a deathless clear of the full dungeon, you'll be rewarded with a free myth track piece at the end as well, which of course is a very big upgrade. Now, if you prefer solo content pretty much completely, or you just don't want to touch Mythic Plus, like we were saying, delves are of course your way to go. Tier 11 delves have a gilded stash that drops 7 gildeds per clear, and you can loot it 3 times per week, up to 21 gildeds every single week. If you combine that with the Delver's Bounty map at tier 11 for another 10 gildeds, you can get 31 gilded crest every single week. Now also, don't forget to get a guaranteed Delver's Bounty map. You can go to the Delver's vendor in Dornogal, buy the Shrieking Quartz, and then activate that at the Hearthstone checkpoint to get a guaranteed drop of the Delver's Bounty. Remember, we go over a lot of this more in depth in our solo gearing guide, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link you can click right now on the video, and then one in the description as well. Just remember, the whole purpose of getting these gildeds, ladies and gentlemen, I would say the number one thing you gotta do is make sure to craft your 720 spark gear. And if you don't think you're going to push content that heavily, just simply save your gildeds for the next spark. There's really no point in dropping 15, 30, or even 45 gildeds into a piece of loot when maybe on the next Tuesday's reset, you could just get a spark, instantly craft a 720s piece for 60 gildeds, and then you'll be good to go. So just remember, it's probably better sometimes to just be patient rather than sending all of your crest immediately. As you progress your character though, you also want to make sure you hit very specific item level brackets across all of your gear, because then you can have the crest trade up system activate. For example, hitting 691 across every piece will allow you to outgrow carved crest and transfer them into rune crest. And from there, once you hit 704 across every item level, you outgrow runed crests, which will allow you to transfer those into gildeds. Now, from there, the progression becomes very linear and smooth until you hit 720 item level, but this will allow you to funnel all of the trash crests that you do not need anymore, like weathered or carved and even runed eventually, into gilded endgame crest, which makes you fly through progression. So just to recap, do not blow all of your crest and valor stones into one single item. You want to spread your upgrade brackets out to hit these bracket thresholds for the item levels as fast as possible. You can see all on my character, I'm setting myself up for the 704 item level piece of loot on all of my items, and from there, the second I get that activated, I can take all of my rune crest and funnel them into gilded, which is pretty much just going to make everything gearing and trivial at that point. So number 1, hit your item level brackets. Number 2, unlock the trade ups and then convert them into everything upward. Now, if you played last season, you'll probably remember the Collector's Bounty bonus event that happened. Now, this is going to be coming back in patch 11.2.5 in just a few weeks, and when this event is active, we're going to be getting additional rewards pretty much across the board. Not only that, Blizzard boosts the item level of Heroic and Myth track gear by 2 item level tracks. So right now, it's probably a good idea to start stacking up your runed and gilded crest as much as possible during this time, so when the bonus event is active in just a few weeks, you can start funneling that into all your gear. If you combine that with, the crest 3-to-1 trade up system during the event, you could probably get like 5 to 10 item levels the second you log in and recraft all of your spark gear. We don't have exact details of everything that's confirmed, but we can go ahead and assume that it's going to be at least very similar to last season's. So just, if I was you, start saving your gilded crest and at least put them on all your spark gear, and don't overcap too much, don't spend it on nonsense, just hold it until the event comes out to boost everything up very quickly. Then finally, a lot of this upgrading and gear changing costs a lot of Valor Stones, which can sometimes be hard to come by. Now, if you've been running your Bountiful Delves, you should have stockpiled a good amount of Radiant Echoes. Now, don't forget about these, as these drop a really good amount of Valor Stones, as well as Key Fragments, which can be used to make Bountiful Keys. So head on over to any of these Radiant Echo events going on in the world, activate the event to earn some extra Valor Stones if you need them. Now, moving on to everyone's final part, the endgame gearing checklist to 710 plus item level. Starting off, you gotta run the story mode quest after finishing the War Within campaign for a free 704 crafted piece of gear, which you can recraft later to 720. Don't forget you can farm your gildeds when it comes to Mythic Plus for +7s at 10 gilded crest per run, +10s at 16 gilded crest per run, and it also gives you a Myth Vault, and then +12s for a whopping 20 gilded crests for a run, which is absolutely insane. Additionally, if you want to get away from Mythic Plus, I completely understand. You have Tazavesh Hardmode, where if you complete it, you get 30 gildeds. And then if you complete it on a deathless run, you will get a guaranteed myth track piece at the end of the dungeon, which is phenomenal. You also have delves, where you can run 3 tier 11 delves a week for 21 gildeds a week. And then you can also use your Delver's Bounty map at a tier 11 rank to get up to 31 gildeds per week entirely solo, which is amazing. Don't forget you have the item level brackets of 691 to hit across everything, and then 704, and that will unlock the crest trade-up system for you to funnel all your trash crests into the higher crests such as gildeds. Also, don't forget to start banking and saving some of your crests for the Collector's Bounty event coming in a few weeks' time, and then stock up your Valor Stones from Radiant Echoes so you're ready to upgrade everything very quickly. We got a lot more content coming very, very soon when it comes to Legion Remix and a lot more guides, so stick around. There's a lot more to come in just a couple of weeks. Thank you all so much for watching. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing or check out one of the videos you see on screen here to stay up to date on all things Warcraft. My name's Sky for the Comeback Kids. It's an absolute pleasure to make content for you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.